is inching closer and closer to him. He's got a big 25 yards in that thing.
On this video, we're gonna be doing a bunch of stalks in the plains for mule deer. Tried to put a lot of tips and stuff in there, whether it be whitetails or mule deer. I think these tips apply really well for both. But before we get started, I wanted to show you guys a couple of pieces of clothing that we have available on our website, and I've been wearing a lot this season. First thing is the fleece long sleeve, and then the fleece vest. They both have the mossy oak camo, and then they both have the THP logo right there on the front. In the past, you've seen me wear a Cabela's vest that's fleece. Probably been wearing that vest for, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons, at least since I stole it from Jake, and you know, I've always liked that, but now I got my own, maybe I'll consider giving Jake's to my brother or something. I like this one even better. Maybe I'm a little bit biased. The reason I like wearing the vest though is because it's easy to draw when you're bow hunting. We also have a bunch of other stuff on our website, like we got these new hats, different camo patterns for different applications, t-shirts with the Ryan Kirby artwork designs on them, all super cool stuff and all stuff that we're really excited about. All right, enough of that. Let's get into the hunting stuff. To give you guys a little bit of a backstory and kind of cut to the better action of this hunt, after Jake and I had our successful rifle hunt, we edited to get that video out. Meanwhile, our buddies Mitch and Tate were hunting in the plains, and they were having some action themselves. Mitch filmed Tate shoot his first mule deer buck on public land.
Freaking epic, dude. Good job, dude. We did it, Mitch. We finally got one.
What we just did right there is the hardest thing I've ever did in my life. I don't care if that thing's 60 inches. Yes!
And a few days after that, Jake and I started heading their way to hunt with them. And unfortunately, we only caught them for one morning. While we were trying to get all our editing done, they were right in the heart of their trip. So we didn't get to spend a ton of time with them, but we were able to hang out with them for a morning, and it was just fun to catch up with buddies. After they left that morning, we spent the evening hunting that area, and we did have some good action. As we were moving down a ditch, trying to get to a glassing point, we bumped right into a buck and ultimately had him stomped broadside at about 25 yards. Then as we were moving through the hills, we looked down on the creek bottom, and there was a nice buck chasing some does, and he went down and got a drink of water, and we made a move towards him, but ultimately ran out of daylight. The next morning, we woke up, glassed that area again, but finally decided to leave in the afternoon because we were just dealing with a lot of bucks that were flirting with that public land, private land boundary line, and that just gets pretty old pretty quick. We didn't want to spend our whole trip just waiting for bucks to come back onto public, so we hit the road in search of new opportunities, and that night we did see some nice bucks, but they were all on private. So it got dark, we camped, woke up the next morning, and the trend continued. We were traveling from piece to piece, and we were seeing a lot of nice bucks in between, but nothing on public land. So we kept her moving, and eventually our luck changed when we caught a glimpse of a couple nice bucks moving towards public land. So it's time to reposition and try to get eyes on them again. Let's hunt.
We've been driving around this morning glassing. I wasn't necessarily targeting this piece, but I noticed there's a piece of public right here. It's not very big. It doesn't look great as far as habitat, but there are a couple of small draws back in there, and I caught a glimpse of some deer. There were a bunch of does going over the hill, and then coming the other way towards the public land, there was 2 big bucks, and I only got one of them on the spotter in time, but he looked like he's plenty big enough. The other one might have been bigger, because I think we're gonna try to dip in here and make a move, see if we can get eyes on them again. If they are on public, obviously that's gonna be great for us. If they're not, then so be it. Moving on. Plenty of places to check out. I'd like to get in there and see if we can get eyes on these things again, because they definitely were nice bucks. It's weird how I saw them, because I saw a tree, backed. I was like, I better look, backed up. And then I saw a bunch of does that weren't the tree. And those does were all going over, and it was like one of those deals where I'm like, oh, spotter. And I just caught a glimpse of them just going in, I'm pretty sure, to the public. So,
We're about to find out.
yeah, I haven't seen them come out. I mean, I drove back and forth a little bit, but did you see the Snapchat I sent? So, that's what I saw.
Let's go get it.
It looks like he's on our side of the fence right in that clip, don't you think? Yeah. So there's the big tree here close. That's where the pond is. I think just go, maybe back off a little bit, go up to that, glass down in there, and then just drop at the pond and come up. Our wind's just kind of like this. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of room that they could be in that ditch. Yeah, seems like it. What's that? You see one? Oh, I see him. What do you think? I think go kill him. Wow. Wow, we're hunting. Do you want to stick together? Or do you want to go for a little bit, maybe? Hopefully he kind of isolated himself. Yeah. Kind of seems like he's in a vulnerable position there, facing away with his back exposed. Yeah. There, he's getting up. Should I get the spotter on him? Might as well, He just laid right back down, facing this way. I can just get to the tree and bring it up. Stay calm is the problem. Yeah, just get down in there closer to him and just, hang out. I'm not going to rush it that way. Unless I can just take dirt all the way to it. Yeah, that'd be the only way. Just keep going. If you want to go by yourself, as calm as it is, maybe you should. Mistake I've made in the past with the mule deer is rushing them a little bit. They can't hear really well. That's why I'm talking so quiet. They do have those big ears.
Look how huge his ears are.
Oh,
That's definitely different than the whitetail.
That's why they call him a mule.
That's why, Zach.
Is it?
Big Daddy's getting comfortable down there. This is our sun in my eyes. I'm not trying to be a gangster. He's just taking one quiet step at a time. It's so calm out. But he's got some nice open dirt and cattle trails to follow there. The boy's sleeping. Attack, attack, attack. The buck is currently sleeping. And Zach is inching closer and closer to him. Wake him back up. Uh-oh. He just got up and shifted around a little bit. My heart started pounding there. I couldn't see Zach. I thought he might be about to shoot him. I don't know if Zach could even see that, but I think he just turned around and laid back down, which might be good. He's kind of facing more away from Zach now, at least. He's getting pretty close to him now. I'd say he's within 40 yards. Seems like Zach's backing off. He might try to make a different move on him here. And bedded. Come on, Zach. He's got a big 25 yards in that thing. I miss that, guys. I was gonna put this camera on the tripod since my phone died. Looking back at him now. Maybe I'll go check him out again. There's the rest of the crew. Now he's just gonna chase does, I guess.
Well, right here's where I was, and he was right there, at about 20. Kind of got too aggressive coming up over this top. I had the decoy in front of me, and I thought maybe that would help. I was all the way down here at one point, and when I was here, he couldn't see me behind that tree, and I couldn't see him. So I moved back up here, and I got up to this little gap where I figured I'd be able to shoot through there. When I got there, I saw his antlers, and he immediately busted out of the bed and ran up on that hillside, and I thought maybe he'd come back around. Tried to make a move when he got behind that tree for me, but so focused on being quiet that I neglected glassing, and I should have glassed more. If I'd have got his tines while he was still laying there, I would have had a good chance at figuring out how to make the right decisions from there, but I didn't. I think I had a good route, and I took this ditch right here to him. The only other thing I wish I would have done is maybe just, like I said, got right here and just like the setup right here, because he was bedded there, and had he got out there and fed, I'd have had an easy shot. But I didn't do that. I was just probably going too fast. Lessons learned. Just gotta try again. Cut your losses. If you mope about that one and let it get in your head, then you won't get the next one. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Sorry about that.
He just heard you think?
Well, he saw me.
Did he?
When I went up to try to get eyes on him, I just saw his head go. I just bailed. Got pretty dang close to him for being like dead silent now.
He was laying down on that thing over there with his chin just flat on the ground for a while.
Really?
When you were like
30 yards from him.
Yeah, 30, 40 yards from him.
I could have made different moves, I suppose, but that's what ultimately busted him, was just coming up, trying to see him, and I really wish now I would have just sat there and just waited for him to stand up naturally, but I guess just an excuse to go see some different stuff.
Go find another. Cole Booth would never get this close.
Why is he afraid of porcupine?
Why is he afraid of most of the things that he's afraid of?
Dude, what do you think that is?
Don't spit like that, they'll follow you.